Hello, and welcome to the very first School Land Trust Program training of the 2021-2022 school year. This training will focus on things that have changed in the rules and requirements of our program, as well as some general announcements and reminders from us as an agency. My name is Elisse Newey. I am new to the program and so excited to be working here with you and with the rest of the team. I'll be working with Natalie and Paula throughout this year to help make this program as successful as possible. So getting started, I first wanted to quickly celebrate. This last year, we distributed $92.8 million to Utah students, and we're so thrilled. That comes out to an average of $139.55 per student. Just so exciting and such a big improvement in the last 20 years. It's a great program to be a part of. So we also wanted to let you know that we'll be doing a little bit of tweaking to our training programs this year. The first big change is that we'll be sending out monthly newsletters through your email. These will go out to everyone from superintendents and charter authorizers to school community council members. These will include important deadlines to keep in mind, as well as training materials such as links to videos or handouts. It will also include links to other kinds of signups or helpful information, as well as a chance to celebrate schools who are doing really great things with this program and the money. Additionally, we will be partnering with the USBE social media team. So we'll be using their Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter accounts to send out little training tidbits, as well as announcements and reminders about our program. In addition, we'll be updating our YouTube library. We're going to make all of the videos about 10 to 15 minutes long so that they're quick and digestible tidbits that will help you to easily refresh on different aspects of our program. These you can also send out to any member of your school community to help refresh them as well and to provide training. In addition, we will continue to do our live trainings. These can be in person as well as online. They can be live or they can be pre-recorded like this one. Whatever meets your needs, just let us know. And then finally, and I'm really excited about this one, is we would like to offer more in-person workshops. In these workshops, it would be a much more writer's workshop type style in which your school community councils or your school leaders may bring in their plans and we can workshop them together and get feedback and collaborate together on writing really fantastic plans. Natalie's done some of these in the past, and those districts have benefited immensely, and they have been so fun, and we're excited to expand that offering out to everyone this year. So as far as our video trainings go, those will be uploaded to YouTube as well as to our website, and they will also be sent out in that monthly newsletter. We're hoping to send out these videos in a really timely way so that you can get that video in enough time to watch it yourself or to send it out to those who need it, and that they can make that they will meet their needs in the program timeline. So for example, in September, we're going to send out the School Community Council 101 video, as well as the school website requirements. These should prepare you and those that you work with for the deadlines that occur in October, in which you need to have your website requirements met on your individual school websites, as well as have your regular SCC meetings begin. So be on the lookout for those. Again, those will be in the newsletter as well as just on our YouTube website and the USBE website on our page. So like I mentioned, we will still continue to have live and trainings, whether online or in person. We will be sending out a sign-up sheet through Google form that will allow you to sign up and request a particular training. So on the first page of the sign-up sheet, there'll be information about you and how we can contact you for follow-up. And on the second page, it will allow you to tell us exactly what kind of training would meet your needs. So what's a great time and a date? What is the content of the training going to look like? Would you like it to be online? Would you like it to be a pre-recorded video? Would you like it to be a workshop style where people come prepared to work through particular plans? You let us know how we can meet your needs, and we will be able to be there and to provide that training for you. This sign-up sheet should have come out with the same email that sent out this video. If you didn't get that email or you didn't see that, these sign-up sheets will also be on the monthly newsletter at the bottom, as well as on our website, so that you can access it anytime that you need a training or an idea comes up. Okay, so the biggest change really to the program this year are the deadlines. On October 1st, your membership form must be submitted on our School Land Trust website. Additionally, individual school websites should be updated with members, as well as their contact information and a schedule for the upcoming meetings for the year. On March 1st, the final report will be due to the Trust Land website. And on May 15th, your plan is due to the Trust Land website. Now remember, these are our deadlines. If you are a charter authorizer or an LEA leader, you can set your own deadlines for the schools that you work with. They just need to be in time that you can meet our deadlines. And if you meet these deadlines, the October 1st, March 1st, and May 15th, there shouldn't be any problem with you being able to get all of your distributions on time. A couple more small changes. First is in the website postings. So it used to be that there were specific requirements for what your invitation to parents to join an SEC had to look like. We've since changed that, and you now just have to have an invitation on your website. And you know your community best, you know your parents best, and you know what will make them feel welcomed and comfortable in being a part of the SEC process. So as long as you have an invitation on there, you've met our compliance requirements. Additionally, it used to be that you needed to have a summary of your plan on your website. That's no longer the case. You just need to have a link. Another kind of small change that's going on this year are with the rules of order and procedure. So now school community councils, as well as charter land councils, will have to have rules of order and procedure on their website. Rules of order and procedure are a really important tool that SECs can use to run effective meetings, and that ensures that any chair that gets appointed to the SEC can quickly step in and begin running effective meetings. Like I said, these are required for both school community councils and charter land councils. If you're part of a charter school whose board serves as their council, you do not need these. You have your own rules that you need to be following, and hopefully you know them and understand them. If you have any questions, though, please don't hesitate to reach out and we'll help you through that process. If you don't know where to start, or it's been a long time since you've looked at the rules of order and procedure, we have a template available on our website. You can just download that, fill in the blanks, update it in a way that makes sense for you and your schools, and you can go ahead and use that. It does not need to be updated every single year. However, it does need to be updated as needed. So it's probably a good idea to have your council review the rules of order and procedure at least once a year to make sure it's up to date and is doing what you want it to do. Okay, so we noticed last year that there were so many incredible plans that came through our office, and we are so thrilled for all the great work that's happening in schools. One of the things that we did notice, however, was that there was some struggle with what appropriate expenditures were. And one thing that we told lots of schools are, if you're following the right plan process of writing a really great plan, you shouldn't have to worry about appropriate expenditures, because whatever you spend your money on is going to be appropriate, because it will be linked to an appropriate student-centered academic goal. So really quickly, I wanted to just walk through the process of writing a really great plan with the hopes that that will dispel any of the frustration or the uncertainty about what are appropriate expenditures. So the first thing that you need to think about is any plan needs to be rooted in an appropriate academic area. So for most schools, this includes math, science, and ELA. If you're a high school, you can also look at graduation rates and college and career readiness. Any goal that you create should come out of one of these 5 areas. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't do other goals from other areas. So for example, you might have an ELA goal as well as a fine arts goal, or you might have a science goal as well as a social studies goal. As long as you have begun in these important academic areas, then you can move on to other areas. Now, once you've identified an academic area that you want to create a goal in, you then need to dig into the data. And this is really a very important piece. What do you already know about the students? Where are they currently at? Once you've answered that question, you have a much better idea of where you want your students to go. What is your goal for your students? Then you need to ask, well, how will we know when they've done it? And once you have that measurement piece done, you ask, well, how will we get from here to there? What kinds of things do we need in place to get to this goal? And then finally, what are all the resources that we're going to need to make this plan a reality? So as an example, in my school, we decided to focus on the ELA academic area. And when we dug into the data, we saw that really only 60% of our K-2 students were reading on grade level. We thought we could improve that and support our students in improving that. So we made a goal of having 80% of our K-2 students reading on grade level by the end of the year. We clarified that we would know if they have reached that goal because we would be using Acadience assessments 3 times a year. When we looked at how we wanted to get them from a 60% proficiency to 80% proficiency, we had a few ideas. The first was increase kindergarten, so have full day kindergarten for every student in the school. Next, we wanted to decrease the student to teacher ratio and hire more instructional assistants for each classroom. We also wanted to improve the technology in classrooms so that lessons would be enhanced and intervention would be done in a much more real time. And then finally, we were really interested in some of the research about how art and music enrichment can support student learning and language growth. So we decided to include art and music-based reading enrichment. Finally, we decided on what it was going to take to make those action steps a reality. So for full day kindergarten, instructional assistants, and increased art and music instruction, we were going to need more teachers. So for action steps 1, 2, and 4, we were spending $58,000 on salaries and benefits. For action steps 3 and 4, so the technology and the art and music instruction, we were going to need some technology supplies. And then finally, that art and music enrichment is going to require some art supplies and sheet music and things like that. And so for action step number 4, we plan to spend $5,800 on expendable items. Now you notice the format of this bullets align with the action steps. So each expenditure aligns specifically with the action steps in which it's fulfilling. In our updated website this year, as you go to enter your plans, you will be able to directly link your action steps to your expenditures. This should hopefully cut down on a lot of the time and effort it was taking to explain how your expenditures were meeting all of your action steps. So be on the lookout for that, and you'll be getting more information about that when the Entering Your Plan training comes out. Okay, so finally, I mentioned earlier that we'll be partnering with the USBE social media team. If you're not already following USBE, please go do that. You'll be able to see some of our updates as well as updates from our team members in STEM and instructional technology and all kinds of areas, and it's great. So go head over there. And finally, if you'd like to learn more about our program specifically or find any of the forms that I mentioned here during this training, you can find them at schools.utah.gov/schoollandtrust. You can find the regulatory information at Utah Code 53G-7-1206. And then please reach out to any of us, Paula Plant, Natalie Orden, and I'm Elisse Newey, and we make up the School Land Trust program at the USBE, and we are here to help you and support you in whatever you need. So please reach out. Thank you so much and enjoy the rest of your day.